Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, morning, noon, or night, everyone. And welcome to It's Bitch Time. Oh my god. Hi, Aster. Hi, Az. Hi, Betty. Hi, Haya. Hi, Shara. Hi, Sorrow. Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? I hope you're all feeling fantastic. Hello, Lasty. All right, let me just pop on over. And yes, hi. It's always bitch time. Yeah. It's
Hello
like,
there.
that's my secret. I'm always bitching. Hi, Wish Giver. How are you? Welcome. It's lovely to see you. All right, let me just quickly fix that because sometimes it's a bit tricky. All right, there we go. But yes, so as it is basically like written in the title, tonight we are going to be enjoying some sweet tea. That's right. Get your bubbles ready because the tea is going to be hot tonight. Because we're reading r/AmItheAsshole stories and playing the role of the fucking peanut gallery. So welcome, how have you guys been? Hi Gidget, hi Xana, welcome. Nonsense, Gidget, I've barely been live for 10 minutes, you're good. You're not late until I start signing out. But yes, how are you guys? I hope you've all been well. Apologies, by the way, for the ducking out on Monday. I got slammed with the mother of all migraines, and I kid you not, it was literally like one of those cases of like about an hour before stream I started getting a bit of a headache, and you know, as us Australians like to say, she'll be right. About 45 minutes before it was getting a bit worse, and I was like, no, I'm alright. I'll be fine. It's just a bit of a throbby McThrobby throb. And it was about like a half an hour before I was like, yeah, no, I think if I open live today, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna go have like a hot shower in the dark now. So then I died, and then I had to go, you know, get my bag, so I went to work, and then I came home and I died again. Oh yeah, like migraines are one of those things where no one can explain them. They come out of absolutely fucking nowhere, and then they come back, and then they come back like months later, and they're like, "Hi, bitch, miss you," and we're like, "I got rid of you," and they're like, "Yeah, that's what you thought."
Wooey, didn't realize how long it's been. How you doing?
Oh shit, Ragnar, thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I was doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Welcome. How are you? Oh, chronic migraines are the worst. Luckily, I've got like rare chronic migraines. Like, I probably get them like once every like 2 months. I get like a couple of days where my brain's just like, fuck you. But like, apart from that, my body's like got other stabby stabs. But like, oh, if you suffer them more often than that, you poor being, dear God. Oh, that's completely understandable, dear Hannah. Hey, hopefully you're at that point in your journey of sorts. I was gonna say like your cursed journey, but I suppose you could argue it's like that because mental health stuff be mean, bro. I hope you're at the point where like you're like on your way back out of the pit, or at least right now, things aren't that bad. And you know, sometimes when the world is on fire, the best, I don't want to say medicine because it's not really a cure, it's more like a band-aid. The best band-aid you can have when your brain is being nasty is to read stories where other people's brains are being nasty to them, because then you can eat popcorn on the sidelines and go, oh my god, I'm so glad that isn't me. Yeah, humanity. Oh my god. Yes. Alright, in that case, Asta, go be productive. Did that work? Hi, Pixel, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Ah, yep, Santa, yep, I completely understand. No, good on you for getting back into therapy and being able to talk things out with professionals and stuff. And I really hope that, like, it just keeps going up, because you know what they say when you hit rock bottom? It's only up from there! Gallows humor. For real though, I am glad things are not as bad as they were before. Oh my god. Yes, have fun lurking, dear Asta. Gotta love those times in your life. And we've all had them, some worse, some better, some horrific, and some very mild. But there's been a time in at least everyone's life where in the back of our brains, as everything's falling apart, you just hear, it's a mental breakdown. I'm sorry, I feel like the gods have forced me to live my life as a musical without my permission because I can't stand musicals. But yeah, that's what goes through my head when everything's going to shit. My brain just starts doing that at me. Maybe that's why I'm partially insane. I kid, of course. But please, get comfortable and get ready to, for all of you, to get ready and enjoy some sweet, sweet stories. Like, specifically, the constellations and Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint really do, and if you are, like, one of the, like, bazillion people who get that reference, I love you. Anyway. Oh, that's cute as I love that. Oh my god, give Mama all the love. Ooh. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, dear Pixel. I appreciate it. And that's completely fine. It's always good to get some high quality Z's. Oh yes. Oh, you heard Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. I just fucking binged that shit. I've read it before, but I binged it again and caught up and oh, that is a meaty story. Nom nom. Can't wait till the next update, man. And it was like, I swear to God, I literally went from the greatest estate developer to Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. So I basically went from like, haha, funny face to the world is over. And now I'm reading, I used to be the final boss, where that's just like, basically main character is, he used to be a boss, like a dungeon boss. He's a demon boss, and now he's just a meathead who likes beating shit up. But you know what? He's kind of a lovable meathead. Oh my god, as I love it. Anytime, dear Pixel, anytime. I mean, solo leveling is a good story. Alrighty. Speaking of stories, get your plates ready and your tea ready to sip, because we will begin the first one. And that is called, Am I the Asshole for telling my mum I will move out versus paying her $600 a month in rent? Where you living? That sounds real nice, actually. I'm 25 years old. Was paying $60 a week rent for a few years. I recently started a new temp job that pays pretty decent, and they decided to keep me with the company last week. This morning, my mum texted me to say, rent starts up again, $150 a week. I just told her I'll move out. I already pay for my own meals. I only have my small bedroom to call my own in their house. I can rent a studio apartment 3 or 4 times the size of my room for a few hundred more, or could rent a room with friends for less than my mum's trying to charge me. It would be one thing if they cooked and cleaned for me every day and I was raking up their bills, but I do my own thing. I pay my own bills. I never even really cross paths with my parents besides when I'm getting off work. My mum's definitely pissed I said that, I can tell. But I'm also upset the person who birthed me is trying to get me to pay what I would pay a landlord for rent just to sleep in her house. Even $100 a week I would have been more inclined to be okay with, but $600 a month just to be able to sleep at my parents' house seems a bit high. If I'm paying $600 a month, I think I deserve my own space around the house, also as I would with a landlord. It seems having a landlord would be a better deal for me in this case. Am I the arsehole? I mean, with context, no. Oh, with context, no. Yeah, $600 a month. Like, Yeah, like 150 a week. You may as well just live in a share house at that point. Like 150 for just a bedroom and nothing else. No, that's share house prices. That is literally like I think the first place when I first shipped out of home, I was paying 160 a week. That was the first rent I'd paid when I was first shipped out as a kid. And yeah, and I had a nice big room to myself and agency, and even though the kitchen and the bathroom was shared and it had its own realm of issues as share houses do, like, I was paying that money, and internet and stuff was included as well, so it wasn't like bills weren't included. So like, come on, yeah, like 600 just for your room? No, like, no, that's, I fully agree. That is absolutely like, yeah, MC's well within their right to move out. If the mum's gonna act like a landlord, well, then she has the right to act like a tenant who hasn't been bound by a legal contract. AKA, when they're given a shit deal and they're not bound by contract, they're gonna fuck off. That's just how the world works. Oh my god. Yeah, easily not the arsehole. Oh my god, that's extortion. And it's like, just because they ended up staying in a company where they had a temp job? Ooh. Yeah, pretty much Mum's just mad she's not getting the free monies. Hi Nova! And hello Doom, how are you? Honestly, Xana, yeah. Set the bed on fire. You can keep the bond, Mum. Alrighty. Now, this next story is called Am I the Asshole for telling my friend she's ruining her child's life with the name she gave her? What the fuck did she name that child? So I, 21 female, have been friends with Lorraine, 22 female, for 17 years now, and we're really close. She recently gave birth to a daughter, and her husband recently told us the name. They decided to name their daughter Juliet. Spelt GHIULIYETTE. And her middle name is Mariah, spelt MAHRIYA. I thought the spelling was a joke until she told me they're serious. I told her that with that spelling of a simple but beautiful name, it's just going to ruin that little girl's life. She got mad and told me to stop ruining her mood, and then I'm being mean. But I'm being completely honest. The spelling is just bad. Nothing else can explain it. Why ruin such a beautiful name by including letters that do not belong in there? I've shared the spelling in chat. It's worse than what you think. I texted her yesterday and told her that the little girl will try to change her name or at least go by her middle name since it's normal. She told me to stop texting her, that I'm a bad friend, and that I'm being the asshole for making fun of the name. But I don't think I am. When I told her that the spelling's just bad, she just went crazy. She told me that I'm the worst friend ever and that I would never be able to see her daughter again. After that, her husband sent me an email telling me to stop being so disrespectful. He thinks the spelling is cute, and it just makes her unique. Unique? Yeah, but that's just going to make that little girl suffer, and she'll probably be bullied for the spelling. I haven't replied, and honestly, I don't think I'm the asshole here, but I thought I'd ask Reddit since y'all are the best judge. So, am I the asshole for telling my friend that the name she gave her daughter is bad, and it would ruin her life? Update. Alright, I get it. I'm an asshole for going after the name more than once. Sorry for that, Mama. I just sent her an apology text for doing it. Yet I did write how she should try to look at it from another person's perspective. I also sent a few screenshots of the comments just for her to see what other people think of it. FYI, I'm supposed to be the godmother. Which is why I was extra worried. My bad. Update 2. Hello again. I've been asked if there are any updates, and yes there are. So I've been talking with Lorene a lot over text, and she started to slowly notice her mistake. I apologized again, and we're good again. We talked about the name, and she told me that she won't change it and really loves it,
Hello there.
but is slowly understanding why it's weird for others, especially me. Her husband, on the other hand, still pretty mad at me. He thinks that I took it too far, and my apologies aren't from the heart. I've been asked if I'm still the godmother, and yes I am. There were thoughts of changing it, but now that we get along again, I'm back in the role. Back to the husband. He actually blocked me everywhere and is telling Lorene to do so because he thinks that I'm manipulating and that I'm lying just so we can get close again. Doesn't make sense. I don't know. Well, either way, it's getting better with the relationship, just not with the name. I mean, straight up, the husband sounds like a piece of shit, but like, hey Rita, how are you? Welcome, welcome. But like, whoo! Oh, that poor child. Oh, definitely, Xana. There should at least be, like, option for a revision. Like, like, that is the most white people name I've seen in a while. Oh, damn. And I can say that, I'm as white as they come. Oh my god, just... I'll be honest, I first read it as Gillette, like the shaving cream. I thought it was just a really badly spelled Gillette. How the fuck is that Juliet? It's pronounced Juliet. Yeah. Yeah. Like Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet shaving cream. Just, no, it's not. Also, what's up, Ghosty? Welcome back. Honestly, I don't think you need to have dyslexia to disagree with this one. It's like, if I saw that name, and if I saw that name with no context, and I was reading, you know, like one of those, like, those charts where you read out people's names, the roll calls, I would unironically pronounce it as Gouliet. I would pronounce it as Gouliet, and I would struggle. I would think it was Gouliet, like as an ooh, like I would not for a fucking second think it was Juliet. It would either be Gouliet or Gillette, like the shaving cream. But the thing is, this mum has forgotten one very important thing in the English language. G and J can sound the same, but GH is always either F or G. It's never J. So either that's Fouliet or Gouliet, but it ain't Juliet. Oh, this is like that when that one person named Kid Keyboard Smash, and it was like, it's pronounced Albert. I'm like, no, you just face planted a keyboard drunk. Hi, Shara. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, Ragnar, you're right. It does. It does. No, it sounds like a isekai surname. It's spelled G-H. What are you? What the hell? Yeah, Elon's kid. Yeah, Keyboard Smash. Oh my god, that's just... that poor child. Oh, that poor child. I really hope that they get to change their name and they're older. Oh, yep. Yeah, poor Alvin. Yeah, poor Alvin. That kid's gonna hit just... Gillette, Gouliet, Gillette, Gillette, Freelet does not deserve that torment. May they grow up to be just Juliet. Oh my god. Well, rest in peace, sweet child. You have a hard life ahead of you, and you've only got your fucking pasty parents to pay. Check, yes, Gillette, are you with me? Shaving cream straight on my cheeks. Oh my god, that poor kid. Poor kid. Oh my god, Sorrel! Honestly, Sorrel, same. Like, it's like I have a name, like, my name is phonetic. But it's still like, no one ever spells it right. Or pronounces it right. It's one of the two options. You either spell it right or pronounce it right. You don't get both. And I'm mild. If my mum had named me shaving cream and then tried to tell me it was Juliet, I'll be like, there's so many things wrong with this equation, Mom. For one, why the fuck am I Juliet? For another, why am I shaving cream? Oh my god, no, Ghosty. It's like, I will tell you now. I can say this because by telling you this mispronunciation, there is no way in hell you're going to guess my name. Because I didn't at first guess they were trying to say my name. But at one point in time, someone unironically read my name as election. Like with the voting. I still can't process that. Trust me, it is a mile away from it. Like, it is a mile away from it. Yeah, election, like the vote. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. God. Damn, how the fuck you turn that into a Riz? Damn. Well played. I'll give you points for that one. Like, I can't remember where exactly it was, but it was definitely like in like either a doctor's office or like a Centrelink or like one of those kinds of areas where it was like calling out to a group as well. So I was just waiting there and I just heard them go, election? And I'm like, what the fuck they yelling at election for? What the fuck does that even mean? Just dooting on my phone. Election surname? Hold on a fucking second. Hey, that's my fucking surname. What the heck? I just had the most like, what? Hi, Daddy, I'll hate them is back. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the uncanny valley of hot goss. How are you? Welcome. Oh my god. It's like, excuse you, my name is Alex. What the fuck? Oh, whatever you say, election. I'm like, I'm not a politician. Got you. Election? I'm sorry, my name is John. Where the fuck did you get elected from? Oh my god. Perfect ass 10 out of 10. Oh no, Ragnar. Oh no. Puking? What? Puking? It's Ayla Decade. Ah, puking? It's Alexa with a terrible accent. Oh, God. Chili syrup, my name is Eric. I will admit, if they had said erection, I would have died. I think I would have died and then gone to heaven, gone straight to hell, then booted back to heaven, because I would have just been wheezing so far that all of the deities got rid of me on either side. Like, it's got Aaron kind of vibes. Some people ain't good at them phonetics, let's put it that way. Hi, Samurai, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh my god. Very true, dear Mr. Daddy. It does have a lot of life. You ruined my life. I'm gonna ruin your life, I wasn't even there. It's like, erection? Excuse you, my name is Eric, and I can guarantee that if an erection was here, it's gone now. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, Ragnar. Oh no. Hi Ace, how are you? Welcome, welcome. We're sipping hot goss and talking about terrible name choices or pronunciations. Oh no. By any chance is Clydia's last name Russ? I hope their last name isn't Russ. They better not be Russ. Oh my god. I'm doing well, thank you for asking, I appreciate it, thank you. And I'm really glad to hear you're doing well. Hell yes, lovely, spiffy lifestyle, that's what we love to hear about. But yes, without further ado, let us move on to the next tale. Am I the asshole for being too hard on my dad by saying he let me down when he chose being married over what was best for me? Context is required, but I'm neutral on the title. Which is impressive, it's with the way some of these fucking titles are written. My dad and I, 17 female, started therapy 3 weeks ago, and last week during our third session, I opened up bluntly about how I felt like my dad let me down and failed me by prioritizing being married and his own happiness.
One time I knew a kid named Harry. He went to another school, but we often met at swimming competitions. They list your L.
If possible, perhaps like keeping the snoodle speak from from being mid-story, but like that does sound like an amusing one. Oof. All right, now to find where I lost my place. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm starting from the beginning. My dad and I, 17 female, started therapy 3 weeks ago, and last week during our third session, I opened up bluntly about how I felt like my dad let me down and failed me by prioritizing being married and his own happiness. This was not the first time I tried speaking openly to my dad about this, but it's the first time he said he appeared willing to listen, and the first time he took the harm it was doing to our relationship seriously. Let me explain. My mum died when I was just a baby, and my dad was a single dad until I was 4. It was then that he met my stepmom / his wife Sharon. Sharon was a divorced mum with a 9-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter. They got married when I was 5. Sharon's kids / my step-siblings never liked me. They always hated me. When my dad and Sharon first got married, I thought of them as my siblings and loved them totally. But they were really mean to me. They'd say they hated me, that everyone hated me, that I should leave. They encouraged me to run away because no one would miss me. They said I'd never be their sister or their family, and I was a weirdo for calling them my siblings. Sharon noticed more than my dad. But I used to tell my dad, and when things got bad, I asked if we could leave. But he'd try and reassure me, but was very dismissive of how much it was hurting me. He told me we couldn't leave because Sharon was his wife, and we're all family now, and you can't leave a family. Sharon only ever said anything with when her kids made me cry. I have 2 half-siblings from my dad and Sharon. I was so excited when they were born, and I bonded with them and loved helping them and playing with them. But then my step-siblings decided to use them against me, and they were older, and Sharon would let them do more, and eventually they told our half-siblings that if they wanted to do cool stuff with them, they had to say no to playing with me, and rejecting me became the normal thing. My younger siblings would repeat a lot of what my step-siblings would say to me. This continued even after my step-siblings moved out, because they would take our younger siblings out, or they would visit them and bring them gifts. For the year to year, I have been withdrawn, and I just stopped trying. I don't try to do anything with my younger siblings. I don't hang out with my dad like I used to, and my focus is on moving on. My dad started to notice late last year, and he sent me to a therapist and then decided family therapy was actually needed for the 2 of us. And this was when last week happened. My dad looked really shocked at first, and he was apologetic. After we got home, Sharon asked me why I had to be so hard on my dad. My dad and Sharon argued about it, whereas I spent the rest of last week trying to be alone with my thoughts. Our next session is tomorrow. Sharon apologized for saying what she did, but reiterated that she feels like I handled it badly. My dad tried to talk to me since the appointment, but I don't know how to talk to him anymore without our therapist. Am I the asshole? See you, Ghosty! Oh my god. Oh, welcome back, Leslie. Yeah, for one, absolutely not the arsehole, I think.
Interrupting cow.
For one, absolutely not the arsehole, easily. But yeah, no. Yeah, I definitely think this is a case where not the arsehole, and I feel bad for the poster, honestly. Yep. Oh, yeah, honestly, Ragnar, you probably did. Honestly, best places to be is either the youngest one when the oldest ones are so far away from you it doesn't matter, or the oldest one, because then you're the one who gets away first. Oh my god. Hi, Aurora Leon 03. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, this isn't easy, not the arsehole. And you just kind of feel bad for OP, honestly. Like, I really hope that, like, when they hit 18 or soon, they can move out. And I do, like, you know, the dad's going out of their way to do family therapy with her, which I think is really good. And I hope that they stay in therapy, and, you know, maybe they'll never have the same relationship they could have had, but they might have a cordial one. But I have a feeling that all of the other siblings have sincerely fucked up whatever they've got. The younger siblings might have a chance. The step-siblings, they'll be lucky. They will be so lucky if OP is ever nice to them. Oh my god. Hi, Aurora! Oh my god. Yep. Have fun lurking, dear Sorrel. See you, and thank you for hanging out. You're always a joy to be around. Oh, that's brilliant, Ragnar. I am an older sibling, so I was the initial escapee. Oh my god. Us older siblings, we get away with murder, but also we have to do all the chores, so it's a double-edged sword, really. Honestly, Xana, like, if I had older step-siblings like that, I absolutely would treat them like they didn't exist. I would get to the point where I would just treat them like they did not exist and just completely ignore them. Went full introvert and then cut their asses out of my life the second I shifted out. That would be what I'd do, probably. Alrighty. This next tale is called Am I the Asshole for Telling My Son that we don't really have any room for him right now, so he needs to live with his dad and stepmom. Oh, it's family drama night, I'm noticing. My ex-husband and I divorced when my son was 10. My ex had found someone new, so we went for 50-50 custody, but he still had to pay some child support. I went back to school at the time. On the weeks his dad had him, I buckled down and did nothing but schoolwork. And when he was with me, I made sure I had time for him before and after school. I did expect him to help around the house, but nothing excessive, mostly just cleaning up after himself and helping with cooking and laundry. His dad's house was more fun. I tried to make my home welcoming. I bought a used PS4 and I got fiber optic internet, but it wasn't enough for him. When he was 14, he and his father got the court to award my ex primary custody. I did fight it, but my son made it clear he would run away if I didn't give in. And counseling didn't help. I tried everything. It was devastating having my son decide I wasn't someone he wanted to spend time with. He started skipping visitation, and when he did come, he'd leave the house and not come home until it was time to sleep. During this time, I started a relationship with my current husband. He helped me through this. He wasn't on my radar romantically, nobody was, so we got close by being an amazing friend. I asked him out and we got married 6 months later. Oh, that's close. We'd known each other since I went back to university. 6 months after we got married, I got pregnant. By strange coincidence, so did the woman my ex was cheating with. Not the woman he left me for, a newer model. I had sold my house and my husband and I bought a condo together. Just a 2-bedroom apartment with a tiny den. We made the den into a nursery and consolidated our offices into the 2nd bedroom. My ex moved in with his new girlfriend and she isn't a fan of my son. His stepmother doesn't want him there if his father isn't there, so my son is also in the new house with his dad, his dad's pregnant girlfriend, and her mum. My son is 16 now, and he called me to see if he could stay with me. I said I didn't really have any room. He asked me what I did with his room. He didn't even know I'd sold the house. He's very upset. He called me a bitch for not having a place for him to stay. I said he could stay in our living room on the couch, but that wasn't acceptable. I talked to my husband, and we have enough money from the sale of my house and his old bachelor pad, as well as our condo to buy back into the market. We were waiting for interest rates to fall, and we were going to move to a more reasonably priced city. I told my son he could take the living room for now. We could have a room for him in 6 months. So we moved in with his grandparents. He isn't happy there. At least his dad got him a car so we can drive to his same school. My son is pissed that I prioritize my new baby and my work over him. I had no expectation to ever need to house him again. My ex called me and told me to make our office into a room for our son. I told him that our son's circumstances were his fault and not mine. Am I the arsehole? Ooh. Yes and no. Oh. Oh, it is very contextual, this one. This is a tricky one. Because it's like, she's not innocent per se, but also this, like, the husband and the son essentially went to court and bullied her into agreeing for the husband to have 100% custody. So at that point, she doesn't have to take him in. However, with that being said, he is still her kid at the end of the day. But also he is the one who rejected her. But also he's a teenager. But also 2 years is a long time. And it's not a shock that she moved on with her life, fully accepting he was never going to come back. I kind of want to say everyone sucks. I kind of want to say everyone sucks here. Because it's like, he was 14 when he got his dad to go to the court to award him primary custody. And he basically threatened to run away if she didn't agree. So, still a kid. He's 16 now, so he's still a kid now. and he's now changed his mind and he wants to stay with the mum because his dad's a cheating fuck-knuckle, got kicked out of the nice house, and now the new stepmom doesn't like him. It's, yeah, I want to say everyone sucks here, because it's like, he's old enough to at least be mildly aware of the damage she's caused. And it's like, for him to automatically react to her going, we don't have space at the moment unless you want to stay on the couch. For him to go, oh, you're a bitch? That's going from 0 to 100. Yeah, like, to leave it for 2 years, it's that whole case of like, he is still a kid, but also they went to the extent of going to the court system, which means essentially from the second primary custody was awarded to the dad, he has to house him. Like, it is his legal responsibility. If anything, the real asshole here is the ex-husband. Because the ex-husband is an adult, and yeah, it's a tricky one. Ooh, can we send stories to me from Reddit for me to react to? I would need to have one of my mods willing to vet them. But you're welcome. If you would like, could you stick that in suggestions for me? Because I would have to see if my mods are have got the spare time. Because all of them, bless their hearts, are sacrificing their time to my shit for free. So like. Yeah. But stick it in suggestions if you feel comfortable. Hello, Shara. Oh. It's like, biggest villain here is definitely the ex-husband. But because ultimately that shitty ex-husband, no, he should have housed the kid. Should have housed the kid, 100%. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is an everyone sucks here, honestly. Yeah, like, literally. Yeah, I think that's everyone sucks here, yeah. The ex, yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, the ex is 1000% the villain of the story. But OP, the son, all of that, there's no heroes either. She did offer him the space, and he was the one who stuck his nose up at it. So it wasn't like she said hard no, so I will give her the benefit of that doubt. She didn't go, oh, no, you can't come here. She went, we don't really have the space right now. We'll have it in 6 months, but you can stay on our couch in the meantime if you like. Like, it was kind of a case of, it's the best we can do. She's got a 2-bedroom flat and a new baby on the way, so the kid is kind of imposing on her when legally she does have the right to tell him to piss off. I mean, that would be morally bankrupt, but legally she could get away with it. So she was trying. And so I'd say she's probably the closest thing to a hero in this story. But it is that case of it's her kid at the end of the day, and everyone sucks here, but there is a hierarchy, I think. I think, in my personal peanut opinion, I'm glad she tried. And it's more than what some parents are willing to offer. There are most parents in that situation would turn around and just go, oh, no, you'll be fine. And would brush it off, and they wouldn't even offer. So, respect to her for that. And I'd say there's no heroes in this story. But if I had to pick one, she'd probably at least be the kindest one on the hierarchy. That's about it, though. It's an asshole hierarchy, and she's like the smallest asshole, where the ex-husband is the biggest asshole. It's like a pucker butt and a rose butt. Anyway, this next story is called, Am I the Asshole for Expecting My Wife to Do Most of the Pool Upkeep? I need context for this shit. Why do they always make the titles make them sound like they're evil, goddammit? I, 36 male, and my wife, 35 female, purchased our house 3 years ago. When we were in the market for houses, my wife stated that she explicitly wanted a pool. I didn't really care too much for a pool, but we had a flexible budget, so I guess, why not? I requested one though, and that if we bought one, she would have to do 80% of the upkeep, if not all of it. She agreed. Fast forward to now. I've done 90% of the upkeep, and my wife has had an excuse every time I asked her to help me clean the pool, or check the alkalinity, or the pH level of the pool. She's always too tired, or she'll do it later. I let it happen the first couple of times, but it's getting kind of frustrating now. But luckily, I have 2 employees that are extremely helpful. My son, who's 7, and my daughter, who's 6. Very well paid, no complaints so far. Yesterday, my employees were using their time off to go to school, so I got to cleaning. Technically draining, but it took long enough that it was about done by the time my wife got back home. By the time we were heading to bed, I asked her if she could clean it on Saturday, or I could help, but she hit me with the "I'm busy." She doesn't work on Saturday, so I got kinda upset about it and told her that she should be doing 100% of the upkeep anyways, and I'm going to stop taking care of the pool from now on. She just told me to stop bluffing and went to sleep. Fast forward to this morning, and she doesn't even want to discuss anything pool related or anything related to me. Am I the asshole? Okay, the little bit about the kids being his employees is the cutest shit ever. That is wholesome as hell, and I bet those kids eat that shit up. But also, absolutely not the asshole. The title is Am I the Asshole for Expecting My Wife to Do Most of the Pool Upkeep? And within the first paragraph it said that he didn't want a pool, she explicitly wanted a pool, and he agreed to it on the condition she had to do the upkeep. And then she never did it. Yeah, no, absolutely not the arsehole. Absolutely not the arsehole. She should be doing it. She should be doing it. I can't, just, no, absolutely. And clearly, she's trying to, like, ignore him in hoping he will just do it anyway and he'll crack. Which is so manipulative, oh my god. Honestly, I hope he doesn't touch that pool. I hope he does not touch that pool and it gets all fusty, and when she has a fit about it, he can turn around and go, not my problem, I'm busy. Because god damn. Just like, yeah. Till the bitch got a hole in it. How inconvenient. Exactly, Betty, just drain it. And you know, if she wants it to be filled back up, then by all means, she can do it herself. I mean, she's an adult. Honestly. His employees are doing a much better job, and they are literal children. Oh yeah. It's like, look at this massive empty pool. It would be a shame if there was water in it, and someone got off their ass and put the water in it. Just shock face. It's like, and this is my death pit. It was a pool once, but then my wife got lazy. I will admit though, the bit about the employees is the cutest shit. Oh my god, he sounds like a wholesome dad. That's so wholesome. Turn to a large pond just to mess with her. Where's the water? I put it in the hole. No. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for deciding not to buy food for my fiance's family anymore? I mean, right up I want to say no, but I also want the context. Every other week, my fiance, 22 female, and I, 23 male, go out to eat with her family. And last week, we went to a Korean barbecue restaurant owned by my uncle, 55 male, where I paid for everyone's meal. I only asked them to cover the tip for the waitress, which they agreed to do so. The total bill was $2.40, and I paid. Usually when I cover the tab for my friends or significant other, they generously tip, since they're only responsible for the gratuity, not the cost of the meal itself. However, a few days ago, my cousins, 21 male, revealed that they had only left a $1 tip. And they have tipped only $1 before. I was shocked and disappointed because a $1 tip is insultingly low, especially considering I treated them to alcohol and dessert. So I discussed the issue with my fiance, but her family insists they never tip or only pays like $1 for a tip at restaurants/general services. This is in the USA, by the way. As a result, I informed my fiance our bi-weekly restaurant outings would have to change. I also informed my fiance about this. I told her that I had only paid for their meals as a kind gesture. While my fiance was annoyed, she ultimately understood. Yesterday, they asked if I'd buy their food again next week, to which I responded that they'll need to cover their own expenses for their meal. I didn't want to confront them about their habit of tipping over only $1, so I decided to handle it differently this time, and simply pretended to cover the tip for them. Her family did not take that so well. They accused me of being ungrateful, arguing that they were the ones taking the time to meet up with me bi-weekly and that asking them to tip was unreasonable in the beginning. They also suggested that since my family is wealthy, it's only fair that I continue paying for their meals. My fiance was surprisingly on my side. She knew her family had this issue. She just didn't have the courage to inform them about it. Am I the arsehole for deciding not to buy food for my fiance's family anymore? Update. By the way, I didn't break up with her, but her family is furious. I sent the top upvoted reply. They refuse to talk to me. They've called my fiance multiple times, saying things like, "Is this how Koreans do their business?" and suggesting she should break up with that, along with other offensive and more racist remarks. Like, bro. So basically, in the update, because they weren't getting free food anymore, they went straight to fucking racism. Like, he does not need to break up with his fiancée, but like, he needs to get that family the fuck away from him. Luckily, in family dynamics, generally, partners after marriage will choose a favoured side of the family, and though they'll visit both sides, one side is the side that gets more attention. Maybe the husband's side is the better side here. Sheesh. Oh my god. And the top comment for reference, which is what he had apparently sent to them, was, just reply, "I'm sorry, I didn't realise it was such a burden for you. Going forward, we can stop getting together bi-weekly then. I didn't realise you considered it such a sacrifice, and I can't in good conscience keep asking you to make such a sacrifice." So apparently, by him sending that message, because he'd commented under going, "I think I'm going to use that actually," he sent that message, and then they got up in arms, pissed off, and they now went full racist because he's not giving them meals. It's America. Like, I live in a country where tipping is actively discouraged because we've got minimum wage here and no one wants to make it unfair for any of the people working there. Because, you know, in Australia, you know, you can afford your bills with minimum wage, kind of. In America, they don't have that, or at least they don't have a sane minimum wage. It's like $8 or some insane shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, they get paid $8 an hour to deal with yo dick asses. Tip them. Your food isn't cheap because you're getting a bargain. Your food is cheap because they're ripping off their staff. Oh, that is disgusting. In America, that is disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, which makes it worse, Rita. Yeah. For real, it is awful. And it's like, yeah. Yeah, get out of America, lads. I mean, let's be honest, the majority of us will have you in our basements in a heartbeat. Just to get you out of that place. Yeah, the thing is, it's like, yeah, pretty much. Exactly, Sharon, exactly. It's like, a lot of us outside of America, I don't know what countries do have American practices, but I know America's special. Most countries that at least like people I talk to, etc., tips are not the norm. At best, they're a special present on top, but no one's fucked if you don't get them. I can at least say in Australia, like having worked in the service industry as a waiter, we are actively discouraged from tips. In fact, if you tip someone, technically we're supposed to give it back to the restaurant. Let's be honest though, if you tip someone directly with cash, they're putting it in their pocket because fuck the restaurant. But like, technically you don't tip servers in Australia. If you're gonna tip, you tip the restaurant. So just don't bother tipping in Australia. Servers make about like 25 bucks an hour. Like, that's minimum wage here for an adult. Like, it's not like unlivable. And yeah, like, so tips are actively discouraged here in the service industry. But like, there are some places where it's like, yeah, if you want to have extra appreciation, have an extra tip on top. But like America, it's necessary. It is necessary to tip. Like, it is like you are a horrible person for not tipping. And I find the tipping system in America in particular to be awful in every degree. For one, they're almost always fucking over the workers. No, they are. They are always fucking over the workers by paying them pittance for their wage in the hopes that they can get good tips. Two, the tips forces customers to essentially put a numerical value on the person serving them, which can very negatively affect their self-esteem, which can negatively affect the people putting down the tip. Like, there are standards, like 20% tip is seen as a standard, but like, there are also cases, well, in some cases, there are groups that can't really even afford, they can only afford the cost that the meal costs. And it's just unfair on everyone, because these shitty employees, like these shitty employers will not pay their employees, like, good, livable wages. It's absurd. Yeah. Exactly, just pay people. Good. If you're struggling that hard with paying your staff a livable wage, a livable minimum wage, just make your food more expensive then. Trust me, your customers will appreciate not having to tip if they're going to deal with expensive food, which is how it is pretty much everywhere else. Like, it's so easy for me, like, a half American who's never been to America to spout all this shit, but like, God, I hope it changes at some point. Like, yeah. But you know, maybe one day we can just we can all pool our money together. We can just get like a big house in Australia, and then just call it like the American Refugee House. American refugees, come stay in the refugee house. Can I come to the Korean barbecue? That sounds nice. Oh my god. Tips on the master bed. Yeah, that goes to the first refugee of the American refugee house escaping the Trump era. Yeah, for real, Ragnar, for real. Absolute hats up. The dog bed. You know, to save on space, we can put the dog bed in the same room as the master bed, and then that way, room is. Oh yeah, Mayo, I love to have some of your KBBQ. I've only ever had Korean barbecue once. It was actually really nice. I want to go again one day. You know what, Shara? You bring your own bed, you can put it anywhere, and that is your spot. Ragnar's in the freezer? Fuck yeah. The refugee house is growing. Oh my god. Okay. This next story has a peculiar title. Yes. You know what, Shara? If you bring yourself a cardboard box, wherever you put it can be like a mini office. Does any of my countries also have hollow walls? What do you mean by hollow walls? Like, as in you can walk in the walls, or just like they just don't put insulation in them or something like that? I mean, which probably goes to say we don't really have that as a common thing here. I have no idea what it is. Oh my god. Oh, rest in peace, Samurai. Oh no, I hate that feeling of like peeling yourself off of leather like a sticker. Oh, like not solid brick walls. Oh, so you mean just like the wood frames with like the insulation and the gyprock and stuff? Like, is that what you mean? Because it's like, because here it's, you know, here it's pretty standard in Australia. Wood frame, wood frame, insulation, gyprock, painty paint. Not all of their walls are paper, but some of them are, yeah. Some of them are. Oh my god. But yeah, like solid brick's not actually that common in the cities. Like when you move out of the city, certainly, but like even then, it's usually like brick in front of the wood frames. Oh yeah, it's like I know that like a lot of like in Japan, like Japanese apartments and stuff, like the walls are paper thin, like not even like paper so to speak, but like there's no insulation or anything to keep sound in. You am the neighbor here. Oh no, Rita. Rest in peace. Oh my god. Yeah. Damn, Ragnar. Oh my god, you guys got awesome houses. Yeah, we've got twig buildings. Like a lot of older buildings are made of bricks. I think like a lot of the newer ones have the wood frames, at least here to save money, essentially. Because bricks are expensive. God. It's like those traditional Japanese style houses are lovely. I'd love to stay in one for a holiday one day. But I will admit, I probably wouldn't want to live in one because that would imply that because you know, it's very unlikely I'll get a citizenship that is not Australia, so I'm probably going to be here till I'm dead. Could you imagine a traditional Japanese house in Australia, the land of monsters? That shit would break in a week. Hell no. Sounds like a typical isekai. What do you mean? Oh fuck no! I'm not waking up to a massive ass spider in front of my face. Because to get the space for that, you'd have to live in the country, and like the country's where the beasts, where the wild things are. Maybe I'm just a city slicker, but nah. Welcome back, Sarah. That's the boss you need to defeat it. Yeah, you just wake up one morning, Rita, and you're just in Straya. Yeah. Oh yeah, honestly, sound right, yeah. That sounds about right, honestly. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for banning my girlfriend from using glass cups when she is over at my house? My girlfriend has problems with glass. She's clumsy, always has been, and has broken many others before now. And I would not mind, but she is also shit at cleaning the shards. This past week alone, she's dropped 3 glasses, 1 jar, 2 bowls, a coffee cup, and busted a plate by leaving it on the stovetop while the oven was preheating, despite being warned many times before that items should not be on the burners when the oven is heating because of the conduction it carries through. She's been stressed out at work, so I kind of attribute a lot of it to that. I can't even really say which glass objects have injured me, specifically, each time, just that I have been limping for a week because I stepped on a big shard that went into my foot, and some smaller ones went into my foot as well, plus some in my palms because I missed them when kneeling to pull the other ones around my foot. I have stepped on or pressed my hand in a glass 4 times this week. Tonight, when she asked for a soda, I poured it into a plastic cup instead of a glass one like she prefers, and said she couldn't use my glasses, and she pitched a fit. I can't phrase it different. She progressively got angry at me for bringing up the other broken glasses because they were just accidents, and I shouldn't punish her, especially because I started mentioning others before this week, but even so, I am sick of going through gauze and tape. She insists I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, and I should clean it up myself to my specifications because she does her best. I apologise for how I did things that I apologise how I did things that night because the conversation surrounding the glass thing had been ongoing, and me just giving her a cup was rude and shutting things down. So we're talking again more about things and how to handle it. She's promised to tell me now every time she breaks something, even if she thinks she got it all, so I don't get any surprises. She doesn't think she needs to go to the extreme of getting an exam or anything because it's not as bad as normal, so this is just a bad spell and not indicative of how she usually is going to get tests based on this is needless. I ended up needing to go to the urgent care, and there was apparently still glass in a few of the cuts at my feet. Guess she isn't the only one bad at cleaning glass. Feet are doing better, got some antibiotics for the infection, and now I'm writing slowly because of the palm ones. Girlfriend has been super apologetic ever since I got back and told her what they had said, and she said she didn't realise how much it hurt me, so I should have been more clear about that instead of making her feel like I was just upset about her breaking stuff. Which is fair, I guess. She's being super careful with glass right now, and maybe we can go to Target because she found a set she wants to buy, and go to the movies together and dinner. Make it a fun thing instead of making her feel bad at all. But ultimately, am I the arsehole? No. I don't care if she throws a tantrum. Your girlfriend's a fucking safety hazard. What do you... Your toddler can have a tantrum to its heart's content, but you're giving it a plastic cuppy for a reason. She has broken 3 glasses, 1 jar, 2 bowls, a coffee cup, and a plate in a week. In a week. He had to go to the ER because he kept stepping on broken glass because she wasn't even telling him she was breaking shit. Plastic copies. Plastic copies. Oh my fucking god. Bro needs to put all of his glass and ceramics in storage and just gets plastic shit. Like, Jesus Christ. And it's like, how the fuck did she not realise it was quote-unquote hurting him so much prior to the ER visit? When you get cut by glass, you bleed and you're covered in gauze. She would have seen him covered in fucking red bandages and went, "You're being so patronizing. Oh my god, this is not normal. I don't break this much as usual. Bitch, I'm bleeding." Oh my god. It has been, like, I maybe break one thing a year, and I'm clumsy. I consider myself Butterfingers, and I break maybe 1 glass object a year. To reiterate, Samurai, just to really dig it in. 3 glasses, 1 jar, 2 bowls, a coffee cup, and a plate within the past week. That is a 7-day. That ain't Butterfingers. That's, I think you've got problems with your fingers. Like, I just... Stop letting her have glass. If you wanted to come over to your house so often, dude, let it go. Throw out your own glass, put it in storage, lock it in a box. Plastic cuppies, plastic plates. Plastic. Bubble wrap everything glass. You cannot trust this woman with glass. Her words are a siren song. Ignore her tantrum. Plastic copies. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just absolute Butterfingers. Like, To the point where I think it probably would be a good idea if she got tested. Like, yeah, like that's not normal at all. That isn't just normal clumsy. That is, your fingers don't know how to grip things. Yeah, and yeah, pretty much. And the thing is, as well, is like, this is the glass object she's breaking. This does not count even remotely all of the unbreakable stuff that she's dropped. Welcome back, Mr. Daddy. Oh my god. Yeah, metal cups. Boom. Cold feeling on your fingies. Get metal cups. In fact, she might drop one on her toe and it might make her a bit less clumsy. It's like an injury-free version of consequences. Oh my god, please get that woman bubble wrap in a sippy cup. Now that's the kind of person that I genuinely worried if, like, can they be trusted on their own? Like, for their own safety. It's like, are you going to be okay? Oh, you, how I love you, sweet. Oh my god, coming at me with those premium grain rays. Oh, you. Now hold the cola with your hands. It's less dangerous that way. Oh my god. Yeah, not the arsehole. In fact, very worried about OP's safety. Jesus. Whew, poor man. Oh, you, Mr. Daddy, you sweet. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for ignoring my boyfriend's phone call at 3 AM and just going to sleep? Maybe I'm biased, but no. Like, I'm sorry, my potential future boyfriend, or my potential future girlfriend, or my potential future partner in between. You call me at 3 AM and you don't immediately send a text saying it's an emergency. I'm muting you and rolling over. I'm sorry. That's just what's happening. Oh, you, Mr. Daddy, you sweet. Oh my god. So I, 26 female, was out with my friend last night when my boyfriend, 30 male, asked if he could come over. I said around yes, but when I got home and showered, which wouldn't be till around midnight, he said okay. So I got home, showered, and texted my mum. He texts back a half hour later with just, hey. Then 20 minutes later, what you doing? At this point, it's like 1 AM. I say I'm gonna have some wine and watch a movie, I guess. I figured he was at the bar or something and not coming over, which is fine, because I told him midnight earlier, and he was just making small talk. At 2:30, I'm tipsy and tired, so I turn off the telly to fall asleep. I'm half asleep when my phone starts ringing. I ignored it, went back to sleep. In my sleepy, tipsy brain, I remember feeling like I don't want to argue with him and tell him it's too late now. In the morning, I just opened up my phone to see he was calling because he was outside my house. Like 5 missed calls, at 2:30 to 3 AM. And now he's upset with me for not answering the phone or door. But I'm upset that I said 12 and he shows up at 2:30. We usually hang out for like 2 hours. I can't stay up till 4:30 in the morning. I feel a bit bad that he was texting and calling outside my house, but also I feel like he was in the wrong here. I don't think I'm in the wrong, but he's acting upset with me and like I should apologize to him. Not the asshole. Like, I'm sorry. If you're like, hey, can I come over? And you get the response, sure, you can come over at midnight. And then you say nothing, but don't show up until 2:30. Bitch is in bed. You missed your cue. The store is closed now. It'll reopen again at 10 AM tomorrow. He's just chucking a fit because he was late and he was expecting more out of it than he should have. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, honestly, like, absolutely on him. Absolutely on him. Not the arsehole, and haha karma. Oh, you Mr. Daddy, you're sweet, darling. Yeah. Oh, I mean, honestly, Ghosty, yeah, like, just, it is so annoying when someone has you waiting hours and hours and hours with nothing. And then they have the gall to get mad at you when you finally just give up. When you finally dust your hands and you're like, no, I've been here for 3 hours, I'm out. And then they show up half an hour after that and they're like, oh, where were you? Did you abandon me? Did you stand me up? And I'm like, bitch, you showed up 3.5 hours late. Fuck you. I'll be honest, that's generous. I would leave within half an hour. If I was stuck waiting for someone for half an hour and I heard nothing, like I mean nothing, I'd send a few messages, was getting no responses. If I heard nothing within a half an hour of the meeting point, I would have left. Straight up. I would have shut down the thing, I would have left, I would have been like, alright, it's not happening, I would have struck it off. End of event. Because, I'm sorry, like, time is precious and we all gonna die someday. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, you're sweet, Mr. Daddy. Oh, you're sweet, right? Y'all got them hot rays. You poor Ghosty, my heart goes out to you. How the fuck did you poor bastard. Never again. Never do that again. Half an hour, if you hear nothing, and this is after you know, maybe calling, maybe sending a text, sending a message, being like, hey, where are you? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Half an hour, leave. It is not worth your time. And if they come back to you at like 45 minutes, an hour pass and go, oh yeah, you know, like, oh, I'm sorry I had this coming up, that's fine. If they're in your good books, you can go back. And then they can wait for you. If anything, it's the perfect punishment. Like, half an hour, leave. If they're in your good books, they've got a good excuse, you can come back, absolutely. Or you can meet somewhere else. But like, half an hour with no contact whatsoever, best leaving. Otherwise, if they actually are keeping you updated throughout the process, so it's like, hey, where are you? Been like, you're about 10 minutes late, I can't see you anywhere. And if they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I got like held up, like my train's like my train is just like stalled at the station and will not let me off. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll wait forever for you in that case. I mean, within reason. But like, radio silence? Nah, fuck them. Unfortunately, that is piece of shit behavior. I hope that they groveled to you, dearest Ghosty. I hope they groveled to you and made up to you, or you just said nuh-uh to them. Because making you wait for 12 hours, they owe you, like, the world at that point. Like, you have the upper hand in the Favor Olympics. And if you ever need anyone to encourage you to, Oh, you're kidding, Ghosty. Oh. I do hope that you want, I hope you no longer have to deal with that kind of behavior, let me put it that way. Absolutely rotten. Just putting this out there, just putting that out there. I will shank a bitch for you. Bros honor. Hi, Lishat, welcome, welcome. Yeah. You deserve better than that, and I will shank them. I will get their kneecaps, I will get their hamstrings, I'll get their ankles, whatever you need me to bite, I'm there. You've got a veritable army ready to commit a homicide in your name, dearest Ghosty. So point at whoever was treating you like terrible, and we will kick them in thy McBooty. Oh my god, Mr. Danny, we do not want you to perish. Sparks may be flying, darling, but I don't want them to fly in that direction. They might call it a fatality. I'll go back in time and bite a bitch. Oh no, Az. Oh no. Welcome back, samurai. Alright. Oh, this one looks... is it just a pile of sweets? Honestly, Az, one of the art installations, I don't think I mentioned this one. Or if I did, it was offhand. No, I don't think I mentioned it proper. Right, so... in the art museum in Melbourne, same place that houses Manbag and the banana taped wall, there is another art installation that I blocked from my mind because of how fucking absurd it is. It has a guard. There is a guard protecting this installation, which is literally just... it is literally just a pair of Calvin Klein knickers on the floor. Like someone just dropped their pants and walked off. And they put a guard in front of it. I'll never be an artist. I don't know, Ghosty. I don't think the guard would have let me check. Oh, yeah. No, I blocked the knickers out of my mind. But, like, when you mentioned pile of sweets, my brain went, oh, I can top that. And I was like, no. We left this trauma behind. The brain's like, I didn't. Remember the knickers? Oh, no, I remember the knickers. She could eat the pile of sweets. Don't touch the knickers. Oh my god, Samurai. It's like, what is your job? Oh, I'm a guard in the Melbourne Art Museum. Oh, really? Do you guard the entrance? No, I stand guard in front of the more valuable artworks, to make sure that they are not messed with. Oh, really? What do you stand in front of? Can I elect not to answer that? Oh, no, I'm curious. What work do you protect? Is it like the Mona Lisa? Is this vast sculpture? Some rarity from the 1600s? It's a pair of knickers. What? Is a pair of knickers? What? Oh, this is abstract modern artist. It's a performance piece. It's just a pair of knickers on the floor, okay? It's just a pair of undies, Calvin Klein, brand up on the floor in the corner. That's my job. I guard the knickers. Ah! So you're basically paid to be a cock block. Anyway. Meanwhile, yo, look at the knickers on the floor. Next video is man bag done. Oh my god. Let me see, like, art museum, Calvin Klein underwear floor. Alright, can I find it, or has the internet also been like, I ain't dealing with that? Alright. Wait. I might have taken a picture. It's definitely in there. Right, let's see, alright. Underwear on floor? Alright. Ah. I think the internet's like, no, I refuse to have a photo of that. Alright, I might have something on my phone. I'll have to check after stream. But like, oh. Now you know it exists, you're welcome. Towards the art piece. Yeah, honestly, the Melbourne Art Museum has some works in it. There are some amazing areas in the museum, don't get me wrong. There are full areas dedicated to Japanese, Chinese, Korean, English, Mediterranean, like so many different histories, so many historical, beautiful Renaissance style paintings. There is a room covered floor to ceiling, and the ceiling is 2-3 stories tall with nothing but Renaissance paintings. And then like 4 rooms down there is a room with a pair of Calvin Klein knickers on the floor and a guard in front of it. So like it's a very diverse place. Yeah. I wish I could forget the knickers now. I was living in bliss. Oh my god, lass. Yeah, watch out. That's going to be the next big art piece. Comedian 2.0. I did a double take at the undies. I did a double take. Oh my god. Did you find it? Did you find it, or is the internet burying it? Understandably. Oh no. Oh no, did you actually find it? You can keep that, dearest Mayo. You can keep that. Anyway, am I the arsehole for ruining my mum's engagement party after she abandoned me when I was 11? I, 17 male, have a strained relationship with my mum, 35 female, after an incident that happened about 6 years ago. My mum was super strict and a helicopter parent, so we fought over a lot of my grades and the trouble I got into at school. She had essentially abandoned me, signed over custody to my dad after I told her something along the lines of, "I hate you and I wish I lived with dad," typical things an angsty preteen says to their parent. But that fight seems to have broke her and she cried before dropping me off at my dad's apartment. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal and I'd just see her the next day after she proved her point. But she left me there. After that, things got essentially worse for me. My grades dropped and I kept getting into trouble at school, almost to the point where I was kicked out. My dad never had job security, so money was tight. His girlfriend also wasn't fond of me, saying I was dumped on them. I wanted to go back to live with my mum. I thought to apologize, but my mum had essentially moved on with her life. She went back to college to get a degree and was always studying, and later on was focused on her new work. On the weekends I'd get to see her, but things were tense between us. She tried so hard to be the fun parent, eating takeout and leaving me to do what I wanted, but it was so unlike her, and we became more estranged. 3 years ago, she started dating Paul, 39 male, a widower with 2 daughters, 9 and 13. She started treating his daughters like they were her own, and they started calling her mummy, which irritated me. Eventually, they moved into my mum's house and changed my childhood bedroom into one of the daughters' rooms. I was livid when I found out, saying some mean things about the girls and refused to go back there for my mum's weekends. But she was confused on why I was acting this way. Because of this fight, she thought I wouldn't be attending the engagement party when she announced her and Paul would be getting married. Besides, she didn't want me there to ruin the perfect picture of her new family. So I made it a point to go for the party, and I called her out on her behavior. I wanted to confront her and tell her she wouldn't have to bother with me after I go off to college. But I may have taken it a tad too far. Everyone kept talking about how Paul's daughters were like her children, and how it would be when she had more kids, and it snapped something in me. I called her a horrible parent and told her that she was trying to replace me with the little brats after she'd abandoned me, along with some other insults I don't really remember. Paul kicked me and my dad out, saying I was an arsehole for making his fiancée and his girls cry, and ruining the engagement party. He said I won't be allowed to the wedding unless I called and apologise. I may have taken it a bit too far, but my dad agrees she had it coming after abandoning a young child at an age when I needed my mother. So am I the arsehole, and should I apologize? For this specific event, and in this specific conversation, a little bit. He was well within his right to call her ass out. In front of everyone as well. He wasn't within right to bring those kids into it. 9 and 13, they're little kids. They have had absolutely nothing to do with any of it. They're just kids. Well, kids. And he's 17. He's not exactly an adult himself either. But, yeah, like, the kids haven't done anything. It's not fair of him to break it out, to take it out on the kids. It wouldn't even be fair to take it out on the husband, though it didn't look like he was. It was just kind of a clear resentment he had towards the kids in like a I'm being replaced kind of way. However, he was well within his right to call her out. Because ultimately, she got into an argument with an 11-year-old. He said, I hate you. I wish I lived with my dad. An 11-year-old. And her response with that was to abandon him for 6 years. She is a horrible parent. And she absolutely is trying to replace him with the new kids. Like, everyone sucks here because it's asking after that specific situation. But the real villain here is that mum by a fucking milestone. Because ultimately, OP is also just a kid, an older kid certainly, and he does know not to bring the younger kids into it, it is not on them, but he is still a kid, he's a very wounded kid, and to abandon your child because they got mad and said, I hate you, I want to live with dad, is disgusting to abandon the kid for. Absolutely disgusting. Like, mum was absolutely the catalyst. This is the mum's actions blowing up in her face. I sincerely hope that when he's able to have his own agency, he cuts her the fuck out of his life. Yeah, like, everyone's an arsehole, but this is a scale of, like, you've got a little arsehole, which is OP, basically wounded, but he did do bad behavior. You know, he's naughty. He's dickhead, but not quite arsehole. But in an everyone sucks here kind of way. OP, in this particular situation, he made some dick moves. But he has at least acknowledged that. But mum? Arsehole. Like, for the specific question, is he the arsehole specifically for ruining his mum's engagement party after the abandonment? No. Because the way he ruined it was essentially when people were like, oh, you're the perfect mum. And he went, no, you're fucking not. But he is the arsehole for the way he approached it. It does sound like a lesser version of a Game of Thrones story, honestly. So everyone sucks here, but there is a very, very clear hierarchy of arseholes. We've got a little arsehole and a real big arsehole. God, you've got to be one jealous, horrible person to abandon your kid over an argument. And it's like, for a kid, that's cutting, sure, but for an adult, that's not the worst thing you can hear. Like, Jesus Christ. She never met a teenager before. Can't wait till she gets married and that 13-year-old tells her the same damn shit. Wait. No. No, oh my god, why? Oh, that is hilarious. I'll hide them. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Yeah, well, not when you abandoned me. Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, 100% Xana. I am fully on that side right there. He went about it in a dickish way, but dear God, she deserved it. And I hope one day she truly realizes that she fucked up, and she spends the rest of her life chasing after him, while he's not even remotely interested in her shit. Hey Kaneka, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, that is so cursed. Why do people steal knickers? It's so nasty. It's so random. Yeah, I know, right, Nova. She's got a track record of it. Gosh. Alright. This next one is a bit less saucy, but spicy all the same. Am I the asshole for telling my brother's girlfriend to fuck off? I mean, automatically I want to say no, but I'm quite curious. This is a throwaway, so I don't completely embarrass myself on my personal account because this is a little crazy. My wife and I, 39, lost our teenage son earlier this year. It's been heart-wrenching. My wife actually got fired from her job because she fell into a deep depression, as can be imagined. My brother has a girlfriend, 22. She dabbles in the spiritual world and into all that kind of stuff. 3 nights ago, we had them over for dinner for my youngest's birthday party. In front of my depressed wife and my 2 young children, 8 and 11, she says, "I can feel your son here." I say, "Excuse me?" She tells my wife that she can feel his presence here and that she just knows she can help us make contact and help us with closure. My youngest is confused, starts crying. My wife's on the verge of tears. My brother's staring at her in awe like it's this great thing. I told her she needed to stop that, or she could leave. She got upset and said she was just trying to help us with closure that I don't understand. So I told her to fuck off and leave. My brother got angry at me and we got into a big argument. They left. My wife is upset, but thinks maybe I should have listened to her. She's desperate. My brother's texting me how disrespectful I was to his girlfriend. I need to apologize. But that's just not something you say to grieving parents. Am I the asshole? No. No, absolutely not. Gotcha, Kaneka. Oh my. No! The context here in glaring letters is 3 nights ago, we had them over for dinner for my youngest child's birthday party. She came over to an 8-year-old's birthday party and brought up his dead older brother. Absolutely not the arsehole. I'd tell her to fuck off too. Honestly, like, believe what you want to believe. Respect in many situations. But that feels like someone trying to sell you a coffin. Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to sell your seances here. It's not the time. Fuck off. She looked like she was advertising herself. That is so inappropriate on every single level. Believe what you want to believe. It would be one thing if the family went to her and went, "Oh, we know you dabble in the spiritual world stuff. Can you tell us anything like this?" But for her to bring it up completely unannounced at an 8-year-old's birthday party in front of the dead son's entire grieving family. Fuck off. That is fucked up. No. Doesn't matter what you believe. Doesn't matter what you think you can feel. You keep that in and you wait until there's someone who would be receptive to that information and not at an 8-year-old's birthday party. That'd be the kind of thing you'd say in a text message maybe, like, I know you're still feeling grief. Like maybe to the wife or something. I know you're still feeling grief. In a text. I dabble in seances and spiritual services if you're interested. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just putting the option on the table. Because in that case, most people would, if you don't believe in it, would probably just respond with, oh, no thank you, appreciate the offer though. And that's seen as a polite gesture. A little bit odd to people who don't believe it, but it's polite, it's like well-meaning. But to bring it up as like, I can feel your son, I'll help you make contact and help you with closure, that is absolutely self-advertising, and an 8-year-old's birthday bringing up his dead brother, that is fucked beyond belief. Get your whack ass out of here. Because straight up, if you well and truly had the gift, it's very likely you would have had the gift to know to not fucking say that right then and there. Yeah, if they didn't ask and they didn't zip it, you can tell them later. There is a time and a place, and that was not it. Oh, God. It's so horrible. Yeah. And the kid, understandably, burst out into crying. That kid's gonna always remember the 8th birthday party where the crazy lady came in and reminded him of his dead brother. Oh, God. Yeah, 100% Nova, 100%. Like, full respect to those who truly believe those beliefs. Live your best life. We're all within our right to our own religion, spirituality, etc. But don't force it on people. Just be open. Would you like me to, like, you know, I dabble in the spiritual worlds. Would you like me to, like, I feel like I can feel your son, that I can contact him. Would you like me to do something about that? Put the option in their hands. Like, and also do it in a neutral way, in a polite way that's outside of these things. The kind of thing where they can politely decline and no one is put on the left foot in front of a large group. Like, oh, it's just so... selfish. It's like she's trying to make it about herself. Like the whole, like, look at me, I can do the spiritual things, look at me. And I'm like, it's not about you, it's about the 8-year-old. It's his birthday party in it. Oh, that's awful. Absolutely awful. I'm not surprised he told her to fuck off, honestly. In fact, that's a kind thing. He just said fuck off and leave and kicked her out. That is... many people would have said much worse. No, that's the thing, Nova. It was the family birthday party. So in attendance was the grieving mum, the grieving dad, the 8-year-old birthday child, the 11-year-old older sibling, the brother, and the girlfriend. That's literally... yeah. Oh, awful. Absolutely awful. Thank you so much for the gift sub, dear Blurb. I appreciate it. Thank you, darling. Mwah. Now, let's move on to the next cup of tea. In that case, see you, Blurb. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for telling my sister-in-law to find another provider because I'm not it? Oh, this smells like it's gonna be spicy. My sister-in-law has always called me a disgrace and talked about how men are providers. She has repeatedly told me this and tried to shame me for having a better education and job than my husband. My husband's family is Mexican immigrants and my sister-in-law lives in Mexico and has a Mexican husband. She recently fled the house looking for someone to stay with. My in-laws live in another state, but my sister, with her 3 children, came to us instead. We live in a small house in San Diego that was my grandma's. My in-laws live close to Houston. My husband was not home when his sister arrived, and I sent her away when she showed up on my doorstep. I told her to go find another provider because I'm not it. My husband heard and came home from work, and I told him that he had to pay for her hotel and plane tickets out of his money to our in-laws' place. He and his family have been pissed at me ever since. His sister has constantly bullied me for over 10 years for dumbass things like not making my man a plate, I have never liked her or her ex. I do not want her in my home. I wasn't having it because she has no damn money because of her own stupidity of being a wifey. I refused to support her, and now my husband's family is saying that he should leave me and stay in Houston. I told him that he can choose his sister over me, and if he's not back in 24 hours, I'm throwing his shit out in the street and letting the homeless take it. Am I the asshole? I mean, for this very specific situation, no. But I do think she's going 0 to 100 a little bit by going ultimatum on this. Granted, we don't know the context. We don't know if this has happened before. But however, she absolutely does not need to pay a cent for this woman, especially if she doesn't like them. Even if she liked them, she didn't have to pay a cent. It's not her sister. It's not a problem, ultimately. And I think what she said is harsh but fair in that it's her husband's sister. She doesn't get along with her at all. It is completely fair for her to go to her husband, look, I don't want anything to do with this. You're going to be the one who have to provide for her if she really needs someone to provide for her. I'm not paying for a hotel, not paying for plane tickets or anything. It is, I don't want to stay here, but that's got to come out of your pocket. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Is it underwear with pants? I think so. I think there's pants with it, yeah. Post an image in general chat, because like I'd know it. I'd know it if I saw it. It's blazoned in my mind. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Yeah, especially if you didn't get a stupid shit like that. Like, I'm sorry that like your misogyny resulted in the financially well-off female you pissed off, unsurprisingly, not being chuffed with you. Shock of the century. Alright, let's see. Yep, that's it, that is it. Yep, the pants with the Calvin Klein knickers, there was a guard in front of it. Yep, that's it. So I stand corrected. It was like 2 people dropped their pants and walked out. My bad. I blocked out the second pair of pants with the knickers in it. It was worse than what I remembered. It's probably because one of the knickers was partially blocked by the fucking guard. Performance art. It's not performing. Someone just dropped their dacks and made a gazillion. Oh my god. Nah. Thank you for locating the horror, dear Az. Come to Melbourne, we have art. Do they fit? I wonder how many people tried to try them on before they got the guard in place. Powerless structures, I'll piss off. That's called pants. It's like that British on the bananas called comedian, piss off. Also, it's worn. Yay, stinky pants. Lovely. Happiness. Joy. Hurrah. Gross sobbing. Alright. This next story is simply called Am I the Arsehole for calling my girlfriend's boobs fun-sized? I feel bad for laughing, but also... Okay, so I, male 25, have been dating my girlfriend, female 24, Taylor, for about 5 months now. Taylor is small, skinny, a petite woman. I really love her and everything about her. Today she was making a joke about her boobs being smaller than mine. And I told her, no, they're fun-sized. And I laughed. She didn't laugh. I immediately apologized for the dumb joke, and I said I love her as she is. She left the room pretty quickly. I felt terrible for what I said, but I seriously didn't mean anything with it. It was a dumb joke that I shouldn't have said, and I never meant any harm. Edit. Small edit since I've read some of the comments now. No, Taylor wasn't making fun of me or my boobs in her joke. Yes, she has had a past with problems with food and weight. I do not. Yes, she likes making jokes about herself to cope, as she says it. She doesn't expect me to start defending her. Usually we just laughed it off. Update. Later when talking with Taylor, she admitted that the joke was funny, but that she'd had a very emotional day and reacted badly. She apologized for leaving the room without saying anything. I apologized to her for making the joke without thinking. I made it clear to her that I think that she and everything about her is perfect and that I love her. Taylor has also opened up to me about why she's so insecure about it. It's quite personal, but shortly said, she told me she'd been bullied for most of her life for being so flat-chested. Later we laughed about it together and everything's fine. Also, to clear up some confusion I saw in the comments, fun-sized in the US is referred to something small. For example, chocky bars. Oh my god. Ghosty. Yeah, no arseholes here. No arseholes here. Honestly though, like, when I said small fun size, all I could think was, I'm not short, I'm fun-sized. Yeah, oddly happy ending. Communication, we love that. Just sounds like the tiniest tip. But, like, definitely, like, I think that's something, like, prior to this, she probably should have made clear, because it's a whole case of, like, even though, like, she was clearly doing the whole, like, oh, haha, like, my boobs are smaller than smaller than yours joke to him. Like, even though she was making a self-derogatory joke meant for humor, and it was a case of, like, dish it but can't take it, so to speak, she was being a bit silly about one thing, and I think, like, the one thing that made it truly unfair is, even though it's not what actually happened, oh, my boobs are smaller than yours. There are some men who are actually quite insecure about their chests being larger in size as well. So, for all she knows, she could have stepped on the opposing landmine with that joke. So it's a little unfair that she kind of didn't even give him a chance and left the room, like, immediately. But they talked it out, they communicated, and they both admitted when they were wrong. I think that's awesome. No arseholes here. Like, it was just a tiny little tiff that they both agreed was silly at the end of the day. But also, it's kind of a funny joke. Oh my god. Ah yes, dearest Ghosty. I love how, like, the thing you adore most about Lastius is boobs. Thank you so much for the follow, dear YourBear35. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley, dear friend. It's a pleasure to meet you. Ooh, have fun washing them dishes. One of, number one of. Oh my god. Oh, that's adorable, Samurai. I love it. Thank you for the hydrate, Bear. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, look at them lasty. Thirsty little fuckers. Alrighty. Thank you for the stretch as well. Arms out in front, up over the head, up. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. And the posture check. Thank you for the care package. Alrighty. Would I be the arsehole if I didn't let my daughter, 15 female, go to Orlando, even though she paid for it? Oh, I want to say yes, but I am waiting for the context. My daughter Ella is 15. When she started high school last year, we were told the band would be going on this field trip to Orlando. Of course, this trip is expensive. Since Ella's growing up, my husband and I decided that if she wanted to go, she would have to pay half of the cost. Ella agreed, and she started spending weekends or teacher work days on holidays babysitting her siblings for $22 an hour. Either my husband or I would stay home and make sure everything was alright, and holy shit! Oh my god, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs, Ragnar, you beautiful bastard. Thank you! Oh my god. You're gonna hype train me at this rate. Oh my god. Thank you. Alright, where was I before I got distracted? Oh, thank you. Alright. Either my husband or I would stay home and make sure everything was alright. And if there were times that both of us had to be out of the house, we'd make sure to ask our neighbours to keep an eye out and pay Ella $25 an hour. We were never gone for more than 2 hours. With babysitting, some family members graciously provided her with the money to help out, cleaning, and some money she'd already saved. Ella was able to make a good amount of money, which we were so proud of her for, and made sure to voice this to her. Ella was able to make enough money quickly, so we were planning to sign her up for the trip. But earlier this week, I was informed that Ella had been mistreating a girl in her grade for having a mental illness, writing awful notes and putting them in the girl's bed, spreading disgusting and derogatory rumors, posting things about her online. It's a whole mess. And when I was called in, I could barely even listen the moment after I was told my daughter was bullying someone. I thought I'd raised her right. I told her to treat everyone with respect and kindness. I'd never seen any sort of signs or behaviour that would indicate that Ella even thought badly about others. And now after 15 years, I'm told she fat-shamed a little 14-year-old girl, her excuse being that someone with an illness shouldn't be allowed to get a higher test score than her. Ella was given a suspension, but it's very short. The school's motto is they do not tolerate bullying at all, yet it feels as if she was only giving a slapping on the wrist and told not to do it again. It also feels wrong that I'm thinking this way, but I do think that there should be more done. The girl Ella had been bullying is also in the band, and I'm pretty sure she'll be going to Orlando. Would it be wrong if I didn't allow Ella to go on this trip? She paid for half the trip, but I don't think she deserves to go. I can't think of any other way to punish her. She loves to read and isn't on her phone often. She has a good amount of friends and doesn't hang out with them often. What am I supposed to do? Take away her books and make her hang out with her friends more? Yeah. I think the trip is a good lesson, but my husband and a good friend of mine don't agree with the decision. The reasoning being that Ella worked for that money. I understand what they mean, which is why of course I'll let Ella keep what she earned, just not let her go on the trip. I don't want that girl to have any possibility of being bullied again. Would I be the asshole? No. Honestly, with what it sounds like, this is an actions need consequences kind of scenario, and it's quite fucked up. And for her excuse to just be someone with an illness shouldn't be allowed to get a higher test score than her, the suspension isn't going to do shit if she's got that mentality. Let her keep the money. She earned it fair and square. Don't let her go on the trip. And I think as well, when she throws her tantrum and goes, why aren't I allowed on that trip? I did everything you told me, da 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 da. This OP should look her daughter right in the eye and say, because I don't want you attacking your classmate anymore. I think you are a danger to this other student. And so, for this other student's safety, I can't let you go on that trip. Yeah, as a kid, that would be shattering to hear from a parent. But I think it would be a harsh lesson she really needs to learn. Because if she's only gets away with this on a slap of the wrist, she's going to do it again and again and again. This poor kid's going to get tormented more and more by her. And for such an egotistical reason. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, I'm sorry, like, this is the top comment and I honestly agree with it. You save the money, you get to go on a field trip. You subject another human being to horrific emotional abuse, you lose the field trip. All of our actions have consequences, not just the positive ones. Not the arsehole. Yeah. yeah, I definitely think this is a case where not the arsehole. Let her keep the money. She earned it. It would be unfair to take that away from her. However, don't let her go on the trip. Yeah. And it's like... hang on. There are some cars on this highway that really need to have a service, honestly. Yeah. And it's like, to be bullied to the point, cyberbullying, derogatory rumors, notes in her bag, posting things online. Like, this is serious shit. Serious bullying. Absolutely don't let her on. Absolutely do not let her go on that trip. And if she throws a tantrum, honestly, I think she needs to learn that there are consequences to her actions, and she has been acting like a downright villain. Yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, it sounds like the school confirmed the details with evidence. Like, it sounds like from the looks of it, like, the school confirmed the details with evidence. And honestly, if you got evidence, kid can lie all they want. But, like, it sounds like the kid outright admitted it was because she didn't think someone with an illness should get higher test scores than her. That was the kid's response. She's admitted to it. She's full-face admitted to it. Yeah. Yeah, all the school... I mean, that's what happens at a lot of schools, honestly. They never really stick through. It's kind of sad. Especially in more rural areas. It's a classic case of, we have zero tolerance on bullying, so we're just going to make you stay away for, like, 2 days. Yep. But yeah, no, this shit needs to be fixed. Yeah, like, pretty much, like, anyone here who has experienced bullying or has known someone who's experienced severe bullying would probably be in a similar ballpark of, like, do not let that shit slide. Like, while I don't see myself becoming a parent per se, I'm only 29, who knows what the future holds. But I know that if I had a kid who did that, I would absolutely take that trip away from the kid, look him dead in the eyes, and tell them this is the consequence of your own actions. If you're going to treat people like that, then you're going to get treated like that. If you can't respect another person's humanity in space, then why on earth should I respect your right to go on this trip? It's fair, isn't it? And it's harsh, but sometimes it's the harsh lessons that stick. And of course, allowing the kid to keep the money allows to retain the trash, because they are two different lessons at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, bullying has serious effects. Serious effects. And, like, while I didn't experience bullying throughout the entirety of my school life, probably helps I became a scary emo when I hit puberty, and people got scared of me then. But before that point, I was bullied quite a lot. I was tiny and ginger. Easy target. And then I became scary and ginger, and then people just avoided me like the plague, which, honestly, fuck yeah, let's go. But like when I was tiny and ginger, oh yeah, I used to get bullied all the time, and it was horrible. And for a long period of time, ignoring other things. Oh yeah, the weird name. Oh, you gotta throw that in too. You're very true, but the weird name too. And yeah, for a long time, I didn't trust people. I genuinely, honest to God, could not trust people. I actually had to go through a character building arc to learn how to trust people. Because the bullying completely shredded it. And like, bullying really just breaks people. And letting bullies get away with it with just a slap on the wrist is unfair to anyone, to the people they hurt. You did good. So you child before and after the abyss. Yeah, pretty much. If you think about it, I was child like before, during, and after the abyss. Right. Child before, tiny ginger. Child in the abyss, emo arc. Child after the abyss, surprisingly cheerful, but with a slight knack for violence. Well, like, my violence is just in mildly scathing words. It counts. Eh? Oh my. For real, Ragnar? Oh my fucking god. Same hat. Same hat. Emo Ginger's gotta stick together. Oh, I'll bust kneecaps for you any day. My violence is for people I care about. And so if anyone ever harms you fuckers, like, I'm about to show them the wrath of Jesus. And while I may not be religious per se, I am an angel, and as such the wrath of Jesus is coming. Exactly, it's selective violence. Oh my god. Oh, I used to always walk around in a black trench coat. I was addicted to the thing. And I just had like a resting bitch face. So like, Scary Ginger was born. I was just quiet, drew pictures and read fanfics. Like, I was not scary when you got to know me. I was just a nerd. You can't be violent to everyone. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you get yourself an army of short motherfuckers and you going down. Oh yeah. Hell yes, resting bitch face unite. Oh yeah, Ragnar? Hell yeah. Honestly, like, yeah, like, I've got, like, pretty, like, sharp eyes, IRL, and, like, pretty sharp teeth. And so it's kind of like, I kid you not, and I wish I was lying, because, like, the one nickname as a kid that I was teased with, which never truly hit, because I couldn't quite compute. Like, I knew that they were being insulting, but, like, it was like going up to someone and calling them a banana. Like, you can, like, scream banana until you turn blue, but, like, that person is probably gonna stand there and be like, the fuck are you calling me a banana? Like, it's just not gonna stick. It's just the confusion barrier is gonna bounce it off. Be like, hey, you fucking banana. But, like, I'm not yellow, though. Is it kind of, like, peeled with a sunburn? But then I wouldn't be a banana, though. That's red. You fucking banana. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry, mate. Well, so what I used to get called in one of the schools I went to as a little kid was vampire. And people, honest to God, I shit you not, no bullshit, that was an insult they would use against me. Oh, it's the fucking vampire! And I would just be there like, his? Like, vampire's kind of cool though. like it never hit. It's like, yeah, unironically, not a lick of fucking irony, one of the insults they used to call me as a kid was vampire because I had blood red hair and sharp teeth. And also my skin is so white, it's a fucking flashbang. So it's like, people would call me like, a vampire. And I would just be like, okay. Like, that, I just couldn't. I was just like, I know you're insulting me. I know you're insulting me, but like, I was not sticking, man. Like, I can see it, but like, I'm not insulted by it. If anything, like, slightly complimented. Like, because I thought vampires were cool. So like, it was like going up to me now and going, yeah, you fucking isekai protagonist. And I'll be like, that actually sounds kind of fun. Coming up to me and it's like, oh yeah, you fucking fanfic reader. Yeah, you're not wrong about that one, actually. Oh my god, Samurai. High five, vampires unite. Hiss. Oh my god. Mountain goat. Oh, that is interesting, Ragnar. Is it like the devil connotations or because you could scale a wall and no one could catch your ass? Which is impressive, honestly, if that's true. Yeah. Oh. Okay, but at least, Shara, Totoro is adorable, though. Totoro is adorable. We all love Totoro. At least they weren't calling you the cat bus. Rest well, sweet Nova. Sweet dark dreams. Honestly, we're all just a bunch of resting bitch face nerds here, aren't we? Oh. Oh. Oh, you were just fast in the mouth. Alright, well in that case, that's a compliment. Penguin. You just be like, alright, get here then. Run, motherfucker, run. Penguins are surprisingly violent. Oh my god. But yeah, so confirmed, Shara is in fact adorable. Anyway. This next story is called Am I the Asshole for Forcing My Daughters to Share a Birthday Party? Down the hall. Oh, I would love to see that. I would wheeze out a window, honestly. Okay, that is amazing, Funky. That is amazing. That is a top tier nickname right there, Tungsten. That is like an isekai hero nickname, man. That's a hero name. That's like some shit you see in My Hero Academia. Because I'm like my immortal cringe. Yeah. Oh, that's cute, Samurai. That's kind of adorable, though. Oh. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for making my daughter share a birthday party? I'm a single mum to triplets. All three are 15 years old, female. Usually on birthdays, I give them $150 USD each to take to their friends for dinner, and then they go to different restaurants. But for their sweet 16th, they want a big party with a DJ, a venue, and a lot of invites. Now, a venue would be about 500 USD, and with all the additional things like decorations, DJ, invites, foods, it would be around 1200 to 1400 USD, and that's the cheapest we can do. I can afford that once, but they want 3 individual parties, which would be over 4,000 USDs. I can't really afford 4,000 USD for birthday parties, so I told them no. I could throw them 3 smaller parties, but it would be a huge hassle deciding who gets to have the party on their actual birthday, as I can't plan 3 parties in one day, and they have a lot of common family or friends. I was willing to do it anyway, but a smaller party means no venue, no DJ, cheaper food and drinks, and my daughters aren't okay with that. I've tried explaining to them that I cannot afford it, but they just told me to get an extra job. One of them is mad that they can't have their own sweet 16. I told them the budget was $1,200 and they could figure out how to spend it. Should I get an extra job? Am I the asshole here? No! Honestly, they're 15. It's America. Child labor's a thing over there. They can get an extra job. Make them babysit or some shit. Oh my god. No, if they want separate parties, they can go work for the money too. Oh, we're 15, we can't work. Then shut up, your budget's $1,200. You can either share a rad birthday or you can get 3 mini birthdays. That is so ungrateful and selfish. Oh my god. Fuck off. Absolutely not my arsehole. Yeah, sound really ungrateful. Oh my god. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh yeah, top comment is not the arsehole, but you definitely fucked up raising your daughters. How can they be that entitled? Even $1,200 is a lot. They're 16, old enough to get a job. They want to spend more money than what you have, then they should work for it. This is insane. I'm actually just pissed off reading that. Edit. Alright, I shouldn't blame the mother for this. I can't assume she did anything wrong. Sometimes you can just do everything right. Your kids could still turn out to be bad people. But still, it's $1,200 for a singular birthday party. I'd like a $1,200 birthday party, please. In fact, split it in 3. I'd like a $400 birthday party, please. Fattest my birthday party ever got was maybe, at best, $150. And that was because I went with my family to a restaurant they like, so they bought the food. And the cake, which was a cheesecake with my name on it. Like, that was it. Like, basically, it wasn't a $1,500. It wasn't an expensive birthday party. It was literally just birthday dinner out. And, like, a cake. That was it. Like, and that, I think that was like my 21st or 22nd. So it was an important one, too. Oh my god, Ghosty, don't worry. I won't be aging again for another 11 months. I'm fresh 29. I'm fresh. I'm still squeaky. I'm still fresh from my cocoon. I'm not 30 yet. Stop trying to turn me 30. Get more than a burger with some candles on it. Oh my god. Hey, who knows? I am not 30 yet. I'm 29. I'm young and fluffy. I don't know. You know what? Should everything be organized, the stars align, and I get a VR kit before my 30th birthday, I will hold a 30th birthday party in VR chat. How's that? How's that? There's a milestone. If I can get the VR stuff, I'll do a VR chat birthday, and then I'll let you guys organize a VR chat birthday, and then you guys can, like, you know, actually be there. Put it on. It's on the throne. Oh my god. Ooh. 176. Where's the last? Oh man. Oh man. Oh my god. Because yeah, it's like I've got, I think, 2 headsets on left to run, or do I just got the 1? I can't remember. Ah yes, I think I want. There we go. Well, I'm not aging for 11th months. There's plenty of time. Gotta quickly unload these now. But yeah, like, I don't want to confirm anything, but I do plan to, at the very least, have a Vroid model, so a 3D model of a sort, by the time I turn 30. And I do very much intend to make that happen, whether I make it myself or I get it commissioned. Of course, I won't actually confirm anything until I either have it or I begin the process. But I can say I will definitely have a 3D model to be used by that point. Whether I can get the VR headset, well, that'll be a December decision. But yeah, that's 11 months away, man. That is ages off. Ages. Oh, Vroid's a bitch, but if you beat it up enough times, it'll eventually learn to obey you. Oh my god. Alrighty. Alright, let's see, on to the next one. Now, this next tale is called Am I the Asshole for refusing to help my sister out when I'm the only person in our family she lives close to and she has children. I, 31 female, have not spoken to my sister in 10 years after she had an affair with my ex. Not the asshole, end of story, not the asshole. I'll continue anyway, but you're going to try real hard to change my mind. I was with my ex from the age of 15 until we were 20. My sister was 19 at the time, and the affair had been ongoing. Most likely they started the affair not that long after my sister turned 18. My ex was the same age as me. My ex proposed to me while we were together. My sister was helping with that and encouraging me to marry him before he proposed. Oh my god, Shara! Thank you. Oh my god, you beautiful boss. Thank you for contributing a little bit towards the VR headset. I appreciate it. Mwah. You're the best. I see you're enacting the plan now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. I feel like I've committed a sin. I wasn't trying to make her anything. I swear. I was just gonna be like, I'll figure out mine in December. Oh my god. Thank you though, I appreciate it. Let's go, as Pandora would be proud. I know. Oh my god, just mini heart attack. Alright, essentially as our dearest wonderful Shara. Yeah, it is too much, Shara, exactly. Shara put about $25 towards the VR headset, which is very, very sweet. And yeah, there's a reason it's a community goal, because I'm not expecting any of you guys to be insane enough to buy a fucking VR headset on your own. Bruh. That's mean. But thank you, I truly appreciate it. Mwah. Oh my god. This is so he would be around and they could keep sleeping together. We got engaged, and a few months later my sister told me I couldn't marry him because she was pregnant with his child. She tried to salvage a relationship with me and asked me to understand and to not be mad at her. I told her she was disgusting and I would never forgive her. I also told her parents what she'd done. I saw my sister once after her first child was born, a year or so after I'd learned about the affair. She told me she missed me and she wanted her daughter to know her aunt. She tried her best to get me to at least agree to a relationship with her daughter, but I told her it wasn't possible, and I was still not going to forgive her, and I told her not to talk to me again. My parents and extended family also stopped talking to her when she started dating him for real, and they only resumed contact after they broke up. They then supported her because of the kids. My parents couldn't bring themselves to turn their backs on their grandkids or to sever their relationship forever. I was fine with it because I do understand. But her having kids was not an incentive for me to repair things. I'm now happily married and a mum myself. A few weeks ago my parents called and told me that my sister had been living 20 minutes from me for the last 2 years. They know I don't want to talk about her, so until this point they had not. She moved out of state for a job, and then she lost the job, and her landlord had told her she needed to be out in 60 days because he was repurposing the house. Without her original job and no support network here, she turned to them. She didn't want to put her kids away from the place they were used to now, and so my parents decided I should be the one to help. They told me if I could help her by putting her in touch with people for a job or maybe another rental, it'd be so amazing. They wanted me to step in before the 60 days was up. But I refused to help and told her I would never do a single thing for her again. They pleaded with me to reconsider and told me to think of the kids. They asked me if I really hated my sister that much, and I said yes. I told her it would be bad enough to be the affair partner, but to encourage me to get engaged and help him plan it while they were cheating behind my back was such a low thing to do. I said the fact she stayed long enough to have another child with him also showed how little she really cared about me. They told me to be a better person than this. Am I the asshole? Hello, Minoka! Oh my god. Well, you see, dear Minoka, I actually made it myself, so I didn't spend anything on it, except like 9 months of my life. I'm an artist. I make and rig models. So I did make this one myself. But I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Hi Yamato, hi Cry, how are you? And absolutely, oh my god, you're sick, no! Pets your head and hugs you closely. Pat, 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 pat. I do hope you're right. Me, a gremlin? Never. Welcome, welcome. We're reading Hot Goss. And speaking of not Goss, not the fucking asshole. Oh my fucking god. Like, wow, this sister is awful. Yeah, no, I can't blame her for being like, no, absolutely not. Think of the kids, yes. While it is not the kids' fault that all of these things are happening, it is also not OP's responsibility to have anything to do with it. Oh, you've been drawing friends? Oh, I'm sure they're going to love it when they see it. Mia, easily, 1000% not the arsehole. It's like, she's no obligation to help. She's got nothing to do with him. I think, yeah, she's well within her right to keep a distance. Yeah. Hi, Zalia. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Everyone lines up for the most affectionate of cry pets. Alright. Am I the arsehole? Because I won't pay to continue housekeeping services for my wife. My wife is someone who has always had a housekeeper from a young age. When we first discussed moving in together before marriage, the division of chores was a hot topic. I was on team, we can do it ourselves, and she wanted to keep using the housekeeping service she had. Ultimately, I agreed to the housekeeping service after both our parents told me it'd be easier to agree to make her happy. The only thing was it was a service that she was responsible for paying for. She started out having them come every other week, then once a week, then every other day to keep the house as clean as she liked it, and to do things like her laundry and emptying the trash in her hobby room. Mid-January, my wife was let go from it when her company downsized. She's been having a hard time finding a job in her field, but now she's working part-time in retail. We weren't making amazing money before she was let go, but we live comfortably due in part to living below our means for the most part. Since her current job doesn't pay much, I said that I would cover all of our joint expenses, i.e. mortgage, property tax, utilities, and our phone, so she doesn't have to deplete her savings, and our savings won't suffer as much either. She paid for the cleaning service in February, but then yesterday asked me if I was going to set up a direct pay with the cleaning company or transfer her the money to keep paying them. It's $190 a week. I told her neither. The housekeeping service was something she wanted and was responsible for. If she cannot afford it anymore without dropping her savings below a point she's comfortable with, then we don't need it. And I'm not going to pay for something two able-bodied adults are perfectly capable of doing ourselves. We argued. She says I know how much she hates cleaning and that it stresses her out, and since the housekeeper cleaned up the areas like the kitchen and the living room and made them better sometimes, I was benefiting from it, so it counts as a joint expense. I told her it doesn't because I am perfectly happy to clean up after myself and have cleaned rooms before when they needed it between visits. Fast forward to today and she still thinks I'm being a jerk by not paying for it. Am I being an asshole here? By the way, I've been doing housework even with the housekeeper. I do my own laundry, I make our bed most days, I clean up after our pets, clean the kitchen after we cook, and that includes the oven, stove and microwave. I take out the trash and recycling, clear the AC filters, I dust between visits, I'll sweep and clean the bathrooms between visits, clean up the shower and sinks after each use, I pick up after myself. Most of what the housekeeper does is already done by the time she shows up. If my wife is home, then it's her mess that gets cleaned up, or her clothes, plates, items that she leaves around. The housekeeper also cleans her hobby room, does her laundry, and whatever else my wife asked. She's just used to having a daily cleaner due to her childhood. Am I the arsehole? No. Absolutely not. Honestly, I envy you for being able to enjoy it, honestly. If you want the privilege of a housekeeping service, you can pay for it. If you and your partner both agree to equally chip in for a housekeeping service, fantastic, you both pay for it. And if one partner isn't willing, they shouldn't have to pay for it at any point. But if one partner is literally like, no, we can take care about this ourselves, we're adults. If you are not comfortable paying for your housekeeping service, we can just clean our own house. I think that's fair. It's completely fair. And ultimately, he's covering all of the important costs. So she doesn't have to pay rent. She doesn't have to pay mortgage. She doesn't have to pay property tax. She doesn't have to pay utilities, phone bills, other bills, anything like that. The only bill she has is her fucking housekeeping service. Sweetie, you are getting an amazing deal. Just shut up and pay for your maid if you want it that much. Otherwise, maybe clean up your own mess. Like, man has taken care of all of your bills while you were between big jobs. Like, come on. Of course, sweet dreams, dear Ragnar. Commit much ginger homicides in thy rest. For the cause, of course. Sorry. Oh my god. But yeah, just absolutely not the asshole. It's like, personally, I would love a housekeeping service. But like, it's expensive, bro. And yeah, if I got with a partner and we had a big house, I'll be honest, I would not be able to keep up with the housekeeping. I'm not very good at the housekeeping things. I hyper-focus too much, and time is an illusion. If I was financially capable of doing so, I would happily get a regular housekeeping service. However, if I was no longer financially capable of doing so, I would not throw a fit because someone wasn't willing to pay for it for me. Because even though I hate cleaning, and I can still do it when I have to, like, the only time I have ever hired a cleaner is when I was moving house, because you were obligated to as part of your end of lease. Like, that's just how it works. Like, you move out of a rental, you get an end of lease clean. In Australia, that's just how it works. That's the only time I've ever hired a housekeeper, except for maybe one time to clean up after my housemate when I was in my early 20s. That's it. Because, like, ultimately, sure, I find it tedious, but having someone come in and fluff the carpet for $100 is a waste of money. Oh, I'd hire you any day, dear Ghosty. Oh my god, Shara! Poor Akahara, I feel you in my soul. Oh my god. Ugh. Well, as I'm beginning to tire, this next story will be our last tale of the night, and we'll just chat for a bit before flying away. And this story is called, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Retrieve a Bracelet for a Guest at the Pool I'm a Lifeguard at? I work at a large pool in Florida that has an artificial waterfall that guests can go behind. Yesterday, while I was on duty, a woman came up to me and said that she'd lost a bracelet directly under the waterfall. I was annoyed, since we tell people not to wear jewellery in the pool, other than well-secured piercings, but I said I'd try to grab it. Swimming under the waterfall's quite difficult because it's high-pressure water. You can't really come up for air unless you swim past it, which is difficult if you're diving to the bottom because it's about 8 feet deep. Despite this, I attempted to dive down there with no goggles. As you might expect, I couldn't find the bracelet. I came up for air and was instantly waterboarded by the waterfall. I decided to go at it again, and I still couldn't find it. After 2 attempts of diving down to 8 feet and holding my breath the whole time, I'd had enough. I told the guest I couldn't find her bracelet. Then she started ranting at me about how lazy this generation is and is demanding to speak to my manager. I explained to her that we actually empty the pool every night because it's fed by a spring and that I would check the pool for it tonight. She wouldn't relent. So I go to the manager and he explained the same thing and asked her to leave her number so we can call her if we find it. She then proceeded to get her belongings and leave. She didn't even return the key to the locker she rented and she didn't leave her number either. We did end up finding her bracelet, but we don't have any way to get it back to her. So it's just sitting in the lost and found. Am I the arsehole here? Should I have tried harder to find it initially? Edit. Since some people thought I could have put the other swimmers in danger by searching for the bracelet, I also want to add that we have around 10 to 12 lifeguards on duty at any given time, and I was actually in the area I was supposed to be the entire time. The pool has blind spots, the area behind the waterfall I mentioned in the post, and caves, which can't be seen from lifeguard stands, so I was actually supposed to be by the waterfall. There was no one behind the waterfall, so it didn't matter that I was searching for the bracelet. Edit 2. The waterfall's artificial and not nearly as strong as a real one. It's difficult and uncomfortable, you get pelted by a lot of cold water to swim through, but it's not dangerous per se. Straight up, not the arsehole. Not the arsehole, because he tried. He tried, he dived down twice, he tried to grab it, the entire time she did not attempt once, and then the minute he was like, I'm sorry, I can't find it, well, I'm just gonna have to do it tonight, she threw a fit and started blaming his generation and how he's lazy and horrible. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He tried to help you and he wasn't able to, so he resorted to the next best method, which was waiting until the pool was drained at night. And he did find the bracelet in the end anyway. So, she's the idiot. She stormed up in a huff. She was the one who insulted everyone. She pulled the Karen and she didn't even leave her number so she could get the bracelet. She screwed herself over. Hello, AmItheAsshole, welcome. I'm good, and how are you? The stream's going lovely so far. Thanks for asking. Oh my god. But yeah, she's screwed the pooch, as some might say. Yeah. Pretty much, and like, ultimately as well, like, being the lifeguard, it wasn't his responsibility to do it either. So, absolutely not the arsehole. You just kind of feel bad for the guy, honestly. Man's took a huge L, and all he got was screamed at. Oh. But yes! Now, I'm feeling my voice I'm beginning to lose my voice a little bit. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the last story for the night, I say. I feel like if I go too far in any other directions, I might end up, cooking. Oh shit, nice anime, I hope it goes good, and you get the model you're after. Thank you for the head pads. And the hydrate, thank you. Oh, and the rest of the care package, thank you very much. Right, arms in front, up over the head. Yeah. I'll admit as well, I can feel my headache coming back just a tiny bit. Thank you so much for the follow, dear AmItheAsshole 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓99. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, I'll definitely think like probably it'll be a good idea to end it for tonight and wind down so that this migraine does not return. We won't let this bitch back in. Oh, thank you for the rose, darling Devon. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ow. I eat your love, it's tasty. For real though, thank you. Honestly, these assets are amazing. Oh my god. Alrighty. Now, to find a potential target. Let's see. Look at this person. But yes. That being said, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It is always an absolute pleasure to get to hang out with each and every single one of you while doing all of my shenanigans. And of course, the tea tonight was quite delicious and hot. I love doing these weekly Am I the Asshole streams. They've always got the hottest of goss. I have to admit, there is a tiny part of me that's almost tempted to start trying to do maybe 2 of them a week. Just because they're really fun and the goss is always spicy. But I can leave that for a poll for you guys if you'd like, because I don't want to like start like bombarding you with like r/am I the asshole, and you'll be like, get off Reddit, bitch. It's like, get the fuck off Reddit, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but the tea is spicy, and I'm like, I think you've got an addiction, you can put it down now, you've got enough tea, you're gonna waterboard yourself. Oh my god, but yes, so yes, with that being said, thank you guys once more for joining me for tonight. I've had a brilliant time hanging out with each and every one of you. To the wonderful, amazing people who've just joined me for the first time tonight, welcome. And of course, to my amazing people who've come back, welcome back. It's always a joy to be around you guys. My stream schedule is available over in my Discord and on Twitter if you would like to check them out. For example, my next stream will be tomorrow night, 8 PM AEDT, so the current time minus about roughly 3 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes approx, but like roughly 3 hours. So current time minus about 3 hours, and it'll be a rigging stream. As a heads up in advance, it will be a no mic stream. I may end up making it kind of a low mic stream instead, so like I might have it like occasionally I might talk on the mic a little bit, but like expect it to be a no mic stream, and I'll have the no mic sticker, and that's right, you know what it means though? I'm cracking out the Bops playlist, and I'm gonna try a second time to see if I can separate the fucking audio from the Twitch bot. 3rd time's the charm. Maybe OBS was being mean. It's jams time and rigging time. So I look forward to that. So yes, so that's the plan for tomorrow night. As a heads up as well, on Friday I won't be streaming. It will be D&D night. So just warning you guys in advance that will be this Friday as well. And that one is in Discord only. And yes, so without further ado, let's raid a beautiful bench. Alrighty. Yes, I think I have a good target. Oh yes, there are the rest of my links as well. Thank you so much for posting them, dearest Ghosty. I appreciate you. And of course, I appreciate all of my wonderful mods and all of my community. Thanks you guys for existing. I appreciate you guys. Okie dokie. Let's set up this raid. And let's see. Perfect. What can I say, dear Ghosty? I like to be a fish of Twinkie faced. No, I'm teasing. Thank you for posting the raid message. But yes, so, without further ado, I will see you guys tomorrow night. I look forward to some hot jams, some rigging. I will be lip syncing, wiggling, and occasionally I might wheeze into the microphone to curse your souls. So with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic evening, morning, noon, and night from here. Dream of hot, steaming, tasty tea. And I will see you guys next time. Raiding in 3, 2, 1. Night night. Mwah. I'll see you next time.